of sword forms. I've done swords for years and years and years. So a lot of these puzzle pieces I can put together. I want you to think about these forms too as like a fragment of a dinosaur bone discovered. Well, what happened once that dinosaur bone was discovered? They had to build a skeleton from one little fragment of bone. That's pretty much what we're working with here. So it's pretty cool stuff. Okay, Chris, you want to go this way? Okay,
I'll go straight down.
That way, straight down. Okay, guys, let's watch. Okay, thank you, Chris. Excellent. Okay, there's two reasons why you're going to swing a blade above your head. Okay, one reason is you're getting the blood off of the tang or the blade of the sword. Another reason is you're trying to get momentum for the slice that you're about to do. Again, you have one arm to work this sword, not two like you normally would. If you look at like the samurai, they never carried shields most of the time. A lot of times they had just a sword in hand and a tremendous amount of armor, so they could really come over the top and cut you in two pieces. Here, we're not doing that. We're swinging it to cut, okay? So what we want to do is, Chris is going to do the first, let's do the first 3 moves. 3 moves are good. I'm going to explain what we're doing, and we're going to put the pieces together as a group. So, Chris, what I want to do is I'm going to have you stand here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then how about everybody else with a shield and sword, just kind of get around him in a nice, safe, comfortable spot where you're not going to take anybody out. Well, Darren, I love the shield, man.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, so this first move is what do we call this? It's
the first stance.
They call it something else. In my opinion, it's just what's that first one called?
It's just a rising hand posture.
Rising hand posture, that's what they call it in the manual.
This is just a ready stance kind of thing.
So he's ready to go.
Right foot forward, left foot back, in more of a walking stance, not a front stance or anything.
So if you notice,
Shield in front.
you notice what he's doing. He's got the shield in front of him protecting. He's got the sword up ready to attack. So this is going to be actually our first move. Okay? Our next move, go ahead, Chris. We're going to swing
over the head.
Okay.
And then we're going to step forward with the left and cut across back to the shield. The shield has to come behind us because if we try to cut across, our shield's in the way. So every time we cut across, the shield goes to the back. Then the third move is to step forward with the front foot a little bit more into a low front stance, cutting across into the low position.
Okay, so as you can see, he's cutting across with the. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the first one. Okay, so Chris, go to move 1. Okay, everybody, let's go to move 1. So this time the right foot is in front, the shield is in the left hand, the right hand is out. Okay, move 2. He's swinging the sword over the head. Why is he doing this? To get momentum on the slice. Okay, so go ahead, Chris. He's going to step. He's going to do a right to left cut right across the chest. Okay, as Chris explained, you're bringing the shield with you because you don't want the shield getting in the way of the momentum of the slice. Okay, move 3. Chris is coming back with another slice and lunging forward with a lunging posture. Okay, keep the shield right in front of you guys. Okay, because you're going into combat right now. You're going into battle, and you need to have your shield obviously ready to protect. Okay, all right, next move, Chris. This is what we call half-headed rooster move. Now, this is a strange move, but it's not that strange because you notice Chris has the shield above his head. Okay? What is he probably protecting? Some kind of overhead strike, maybe an arrow's coming down. If anybody's ever seen like the way the old Romans used to battle, they'd have the shields in the shields, and they would come at you with spears through the shields. Did that make sense, right? So that's kind of what Chris is doing here. He's defending his upper section as he's lunging in forward with the half-headed rooster step. Okay, now why was it called half-headed rooster? Chris and I were trying to determine this for months and months, and we have no idea. We tried to do research, and we still have no idea, but maybe your head looks like a rooster with that on it. I don't know. So, okay, let's go back, guys. Let's go back to the beginning. So our first move, okay, right foot in front, okay, 2. You're going to swing the blade, getting momentum for the first strike, bringing the shield with you. 3, lunging forward, lunging posture. Keeping the shield in front of you once again, sword is behind. 4, half-headed rooster, with a yell. Hey. Now, where exactly are we stabbing with this? Chris and I were talking about this. We're good with pretty much anywhere you want to go. Some kind of upward stab, some kind of forward stab. You got to remember, your sword, the Wando sword was probably the size of like a wakazari in Japanese or a jungamen in Korean. It was probably, the blade was probably maybe half the size or a little bit more than half the size of the actual 42-inch blade that he's got there, okay? So that's 4. 5. Go ahead, Chris. Chris is bringing the sword across. Once again, slicing across, lunging forward with lunging forward posture.
Into 6.
Yep, this goes right into 6. It's 5, slices 6 right into 5. This is 5. Yes. Okay, 6.
6 is
Coming across. Now, once again, it's a repeat move. It's a slice across. Yep, go ahead. Yep.
7.
And then right into lunging posture forward. Okay? Okay, let's go back to the beginning.